documentary.
If you want to watch for the show, I'll watch it.
You know, I'm seeing all these reviews come out on it, and it just looks like it's exactly what I was saying in that trailer breakdown I did. Like, it's gonna leave everybody wanting for more. And I think we should talk about the Vincent Mann statement because I think a lot of people have this. Like, I don't want to say they have it wrong, but what I say is I don't think they're thinking about it enough. Like, with that statement, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, it must be bad if Vince is coming out, very aggressively towards it." I saw that and immediately I was like, "Oh, so the guy that is the ultimate control freak who has controlled his storylines and lived in his own fantasy world for the last 40 years, essentially, does not have control of this project. So what could have possibly set him off? It could have been anything. Like small, it could have been something medium. It could have been something that had nothing to do with all the stuff we're thinking about, like Rita Chatterson, the Jimmy Snuka murder, the Owen Hart murder, Benoit, fucking Janelle Grant here. And it's like, if it was nothing to do with that, we know how anal this guy is about all his
The
storylines,
Ring Boys.
the Ring Boy scandal, the Sable lawsuit. Um, like I'm like, he could have freaked out about anything. So like I feel like we're all gonna be like, wow, they didn't go harder. But when Vince puts that statement out, it's like, oh, we're gonna get him now. We got the dirt now. But I don't know if everybody's ignoring this. WWE and Netflix are in a partnership together. Wouldn't it benefit both WWE and Netflix for their business going forward to disassociate themselves as much as possible from Vince McMahon and to try to airbrush everything like this is the future now? We can feel good about it because
Right.
this guy's not
The
around.
dictator has been toppled.
That's like what this
Yeah.
is. And even though it's more than just Vince McMahon on the lawsuit,
Right.
even though they have largely the same
Even though there are
infrastructure.
people on the power structure that knew of these things well before they became public and
Right.
let the shit ride, then whistleblow, just held the water, told the company line, collected their checks.
And who are the people that are in this production? All the people that have been on all these DVDs for years.
Yep.
And
And,
then
and
like
also rumors of and also rumors of them deploying Brock Lesnar at any given point or time in the future still on the table.
and TKO has no reservations about doing that.
But you get my point. Like Brock is tied to the real explosive stuff and event stuff from this past year.
So like you got Rock, you got Cena, you got Hogan, you got Austin on this thing. They're pulling out all the big guns,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. They're like, this is the thing that
Did they pull
creates.
out Brett?
They pulled out Brett. So
Yep.
it's like they're trying to create this piece of media to be the official break from Vince McMahon
Yep.
for the future. Like, we've seen Triple H redubbing all these things, as James has pointed out, right? On all these events. This thing is going to end with Paul Levesque crying, looking in the camera, and then everyone else giving quotes about Paul. It was like, but Paul was here and stepped up in the time of need, and it's going to be like this whole, quite frankly, sickening display, like of just like we know what this is. This is a game plan. This is a play that's being ran. We're not getting them kicking the door in on some on some Tiger King shit. We're not getting them in like one of these cult shows. Like, you ever watch those shows like about the cults, James? Like like various
Uh,
like religious
I, I
cults,
get I get what you mean.
like where they're like, yeah, all these terrible things happen to these people, but this is how these people overcame this. Like, they're gonna act like the wrestlers in the company were the victims here, and then it was just this
And
one
not some of the
guy.
perpetrators and co-conspirators.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So like it makes me feel weird that I'm going to have to watch this thing because I'm going to see everyone tweeting about it. I'm going to see the WWE adjacent media and people that would like to be the WWE adjacent media. And
I've seen a lot of that online recently.
Oh, yeah. People hoping they get emails from Chris LeGentle. But I'm going to see all this, and then I'm going to be like, are we watching the same things? Do y'all not know what's happening here?
Right.
Are you dumb? Like, it's going to be interesting to see how Dave talks about this. I will hold judgment and see what he says, but Dave's been really, he's had a lot of this stuff and written about it in detail for years with Vince. So, like, how was Dave Meltzer not interviewed for this? Oh, I know why.
Right.
But I guess we need to watch it for the show now. We need to have no Jim Ross. He was there.
Interesting. I didn't think of that.
Oh, Dave is in the documentary.
How long? But here's the thing: people sit down for these things for God knows how long, and they only use what they want to use.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much is Dave gonna get used?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see, what
Just
what
had
he
to update the
says
background.
that is counter to, because WWE's really good about setting their narrative, especially in the Nick Khan era now. Like they're gonna push straight forward with whatever the vision is. It may seem a little murky, but at the end of the day, they're gonna come out and try to sell exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Nithman, no way TK would allow JR to go on there and possibly incriminate himself. I don't think
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There ain't no way. There is no way Ross don't know shit. But then again, Ross is all over the dark side of the rings.
Yeah, he was.
So you might have a point, but you may not also. But you may also be like, hey man, if you want to, might be able to find a way to fire him with cause, fire him from a moral thing. Like, hey, he ain't really adding much value these days. Only way he adding value is if he sits down with Swerve Strickland.
I think it. There are a lot of people out there that do know where the bodies are buried. I don't know if we'll hear from them all. And this thing is at the end of the day, Bill Simmons is involved with this. Netflix is protecting their 5-year deal with WWE. And I think if you are someone that does not follow the pro wrestling business in a hardcore capacity, you may find this entertaining. You may find it informative.
You will find it illuminating. Right. You
Right.
absolutely will. The same way that we talk to people that are wrestling fans, and bro, like almost weekly I have to tell them some stuff and I go to the gym and I got 2 huge WWE fans and I talk to them, and like actually one of them I was like, hey, you want a Yeet shirt for Christmas? Yes, I want a Yeet shirt for Christmas. We finna go matching Yeet shirt for Christmas, Rich. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, like they'll tell me stuff and I'll be like, they refer to it as the dirt sheets. They call them the dirt sheets. I've been looking on the internet and I'll be like telling me some stuff that I heard about a week or 2 ago, and I'm like, they don't know. These are normal adjusted people that aren't like, they don't have a podcast where they talk 2 hours a week about pro wrestling.
What's wrong with them?
Hold on. About pro wrestling, it's not even WWE.
Look, what's wrong with them? We're the normal ones.
Right. So yeah, like I for a lot of people, they don't know this kind of stuff.
So they're gonna get a little taste of this, and this is gonna be all the stuff we've heard and seen in DVDs and the real reporting on. It's like, hey, motherfucker, like you ain't gonna tell them, like
you know what it's gonna be like?
What?
It's gonna be like the last few episodes of The Last Dance for the Jordan 30 for 30, where it's like, bro, not only do I know this stuff, like the back me when we were covering it when it was like the first few bits, like we were talking about Jordan's career, and then all of a sudden to come back from baseball, that second 3-pit, we were like, I remember you at one point, we were like, bro, this is boring. I know all this stuff. It's like, yeah, Rich, we know all this stuff. This is like saying like, yeah, man, like I'm a devout Christian and I know the Old Testament like the back of my hand. It's like, yes, we lived this kind of like, this is our childhood. We grew up in this. We were in church study every fucking Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? For Jordan. Like, so we know like the back of our hands, but not everybody does. That's really for it. So like, it's gonna be informative to a lot of people, but for us, it's gonna. I'm sure there'll be like 5% of stuff we didn't know. Oh, I learned this much. Everyone else will be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You into the chat will be like, where y'all been?
Right. I'm like, yeah, man.
Like, bro, I can't wait till I can't wait if it's in there. Like about how about like he bought Georgia Championship Wrestling time slot. People will be like, he did what? Yes, nigga.
What do you think it all started from?
Yes. He's been working underhanded the whole time.
Yes. Hey, hold on, his dad sold him the territory?
Yes, he's a Nepo baby, yes.
For what? For like 25 cents on a dollar? Like, I don't...
Yeah.
He didn't make all the payments?
Sold him at a huge discount. Didn't bother with no other competition. And this is at the time, like, right as cable is starting to take off, and they're in the territory that has New York, Boston, DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia. Gee, I wonder why it's the most successful wrestling promotion ever. This before internet.
Amazing. Like they about to be like, yeah, man. I didn't know that like he hired all the Hart brothers and then like didn't pay his dad. Like I don't.
That's another one.
So his dad said, "Fuck that," and opened back up anyway. Yeah. So just wanted to bring that up, but yeah, we talked about.
They'd be like, I didn't know that he was offering all of the Hart family jobs again after Owen died to try to get his wife for not suing him for wrongful death lawsuit. I didn't know that. Yes, that's what happened.
Amazing. Yeah, man. So let's talk about AEW Dynamite.